Yeah, welcome. We are on part 2 of 1.2. We're going to switch things up. We're going to talk about some points now. So the question is, find the midpoint. So we got 2 points in two-dimensional space here. The point 2, 4. So go over 2, up 4, and then go over 7, and up 16. Should be right there. Okay, so this is 2, 4. This is 7, 16. Now, can you imagine where the middle is? Exactly in the middle. Is it here? Is that the midpoint? No. So to be in the middle, you need to be somewhere on this segment. Can you figure it out? Where's the middle point? Where's the midpoint? Alright, so let's figure this out. I think we can do this without using a formula. So if I go, let's see. If I look at this way right here, 2 and 7. What's in the middle of 2 and 7? Is it 4? No, because 4 is 2 away from 2 and 4 is 3 away from 7. So the midpoint here on the x's is right there. So actually I can bring that up. And there's your midpoint. And then look here. Look at 4 and 16. What's in the middle of 4 and 16? 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There it is. It's right in the middle. It's the point 4.5 and 10. That's the midpoint. So that's what a midpoint is. A midpoint is right in the middle of 2 points. And the way to get this is you just average. You average 2 and 7. So you take 2 plus 7 divided by 2. That's the average. When you average 2 things, you divide by 2. When you average 3 things, you divide by 3. When you average 4 things, you divide by 4. So if we're averaging these two x values, you just add them and divide by 2. And then for the y value, you do the same thing. You do the y's. And that will give us our midpoint. 2 plus 7 is 9. 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. 4 plus 16 is 20. 20 divided by 2 is 10. And there is the point, 4.510. Now, this is a formula, and the formula is given right here. It's x plus x divided by 2, y plus y divided by 2. That's what we did right here. Now, pause the video and go find the midpoint of part B here. 3, 3, negative 5, 9. So pause the video, do it. And we're back. So 3, we'll do it this way first. So let's average out 3 and negative 5 and 3 and 9. So I'm averaging those points. I'm adding them divided by 2. I'm adding divided by 2. I'm using this formula. If you'd prefer just to use a formula, that's fine. But you don't need a formula, is what I'm saying. Okay. So 3 plus negative 5 is negative 2. Negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. 3 plus 9 is 12. 12 divided by 2 is 6. Now let's see if that makes sense on the graph. This is the point 3, 3. And this is the point negative 5. I can't go up to 9, can I? You know what? I'm going to change that to a negative 9 because I can graph it that way. I'm so sorry. Negative 9, that happens. So, negative 5, negative 9, because I couldn't graph it before. So there it is on the graph. So that changes my answer. 3 plus negative 9 is negative 6. Negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. So let's see if that's true. And there's my 2 points. Again, I changed the points, sorry. That's 3, 3. and that's negative 5, negative 9. Oops. It's okay, things happen. So what's in the middle of negative 5 and 3? Should be 1, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, that's right in the middle. If I could even just bring that down, there's my midpoint. This piece here is now equal to this piece here. And you can do that with the y's as well. You got 3 and negative 9, and right in the middle is right here. Okay, so a midpoint is just the middle point. Next, let's find the distance. The distance, how far is this from this? Let's go back up to here. How far is here from here? Because you can't just count because you're on a diagonal. You can count this way. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then you could go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That does make a nice right angle right there. So this is 12, this is 5, but how long is this piece? It's not 12, it's not 5, it's actually larger because it's the hypotenuse of a right triangle. You probably recognize that language from algebra. So here's your distance, and we're just going to use the distance formula right here. And all you do is you do x minus x. So for us, that is 2 minus 7 squared. And then according to the distance formula here, y minus y squared. So for us, here's our y's, 4 and 16. Like that. Now you do work in the parentheses first, because that's how we do algebra, right? So 2 minus 7 is negative 5. 4 minus 16 is negative 12. That's interesting. 5 and 12. Look at this. 5 and 12. I wonder if that's a coincidence. And now you do negative 5 squared, which is positive 25, and negative 12 squared, which is positive 144. That adds up to square root of 169, which is 13. That's our old. This is called a 5, 12, 13 triangle. It's a special triangle. It shows up, and we'll definitely know about that later. Okay, next, what's the length from here to here? You can't just count. Once again, you cannot count. We could count over and we could count up. Make a right triangle. So over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12. So how long is this piece? It's going to be longer than both 8 and 12. Alright, so now pause the video and do the distance formula. See if you can figure it out. Pause the video, and we're back. So the distance formula, x minus x. X minus x. I'm using this formula right here. So x minus x, 3 minus negative 5. Squared. And then 3 minus negative 9. Squared. Work in the parentheses. That's 8. This is 12. Now square. 64. 144. Which is 64 plus 144. 208. Alright, so then you end up getting something weird, the square root of 208. So we're going to change this from an equal sign. So if I do the square root of 208, I get this fairly weird irrational number. It's called an irrational, a bunch of decimal places. So we're going to change this from an equal sign, because it's equal to this, we're going to change it to an approximate sign. Approximate is like squigglies, a little different. I'm going to just round it. Anytime you round, you want to use an approximate sign. Approximately 14.4. Alright. The last thing to cover is this problem. And that is, let's say that the midpoint's given and you need to find an endpoint. Up here, you had the two endpoints and you had to find the middle. But that's okay, there's a pattern. Look, you go up and over, you go up and over. There's a pattern. Up and over, up and over. There's a pattern. So, in this scenario, we're given 2, 5 as our midpoint, M for midpoint. And we're given an endpoint, negative 2, 3. And we have to now find the other endpoint. And I think you could probably do this if it was on a graph. Look, to get from A to M, you go up 2 over 4. So to get it from M to B, you would also go up 2 over 4. Up 2 over 4, up 2 over 4. That would be your B right there. And then these should connect, and we could put 2 little marks there, because this is now the same as that. And the point is 6, 7. Alright. There's another way to do that as well. And that is you just draw a random segment like this, and you look at the points. This is 2, oops, this is negative 2, this is 2. What's that point have to be? How do you get from negative 2 to 2? You have to go up 4, right? Negative 2 plus 4 is 2. So how would you get from 2 to this, whatever this point is? You also have to add 4. So you add 4 this way, which means you have to add 4 this way. So 2 plus 4 is 6. That's that 6 we got to. All right, let's look at the y's. This is a y value of 5. Sorry, this is 5, and this is 3. How do you get from 3 to 5? How do you get from 3 to 5? You add 2. How would you get from 5 to this number? You'd also add 2. 7. There's the point. It's the same point we had before. Now pause the video and try that with these 2 points. And we're back. So I'm just going to randomly draw a segment to help me understand what's happening here. I'm going to label the midpoint negative 4, negative 4. Here's point A, here's point B. M is in the middle. B is negative 1, negative 1. Okay, so in this scenario, we're kind of going backwards. How do you go from negative 1 to negative 4? You subtract 3. How do you go from negative 4 to whatever that is? You're going to subtract 3 again. So negative 7. Negative 7. How do you go from negative 1 to negative 4? Minus 3. How do you go from here to here? Also again minus 3. So again negative 7. And if you look on a number line, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7. If here's negative 1 And here's -7. -4 is right in the middle. It's 3 away here. It's 3 away here. There we have it. Those are not the easiest problems to do. Try them in your homework. And there will be a homework video to help you do your homework as well. But that'll be next class. Alright. See you later.